time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielsen, Matt Cassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Two Guys and a Goalie, or today on this Tuesday edition of the show, One Guy and the Goalie, Joaquin Gage. Tom Gazzola in for Dusty Nielsen. Cass is away as we wind down. I think it's kind of fair to say the last true week of the quote-unquote summer, Gager, right? Like, feels like we're getting back into the swing of things. Kids going back to school. The nights getting longer, the days being shorter, the weather's going to change here. And, we're kind of in that last, hurrah of summertime. Is that fair?
I would, because the next week and a half are like a blitz.
Yeah.
A lot of the times, just because all these things start, traffic is all of a sudden way worse in the mornings.
Great point.
Those types of things. Always seems like the great city of Edmonton, we always try to increase our level of construction on the busiest streets of the city.
Yes.
Come the last 2 weeks of August, because I mean, the ground's going to freeze within the next 3 weeks, so might as well get started on a few more projects, right? But
Oh boy. Let's hope.
Tommy,
What?
Let's get to the real reason that we're all here today is the breaking news in the sports world that's got everyone waiting to hear what we have to say is Logan Sargent out as
finally
driver for Williams, and Franco Colapinto, the young first Argentinian driver to since Gaston Mezacan's last appearance 23 years ago. So we thank Logan Sargent for all his contributions. I mean, he carried the Latifi torch well.
Oh, did
Tommy.
he ever? How many points did he score for Williams?
Zero. I don't, or maybe one. Did he get one there? I think he might have got a 10th place finish one time. But he
crash-filled race somewhere with.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But he completely destroyed the car this weekend with all the upgrades, and I think enough was enough. So, that's it for Logan.
Good luck in IndyCar, Logan Sargent. We bid you adieu in F1. Of course, Two Guys and a Goalie presented by GS Construction, setting the industry standard for 50 years with quality, efficiency, and safety driving their success. GS Construction has a foundation built on teamwork, and now they want you to become a part of the team. Visit www.gsconstruction.ca. Click Ready to Work on their page, and you can also visit them at indeed.ca. And then with the Next Person Up program at GS Construction, it's not just a job, it's a career. Our good friend Taran Sandwith running the show over at GS. Great to have them on as a partner, of course. Join the conversation. Get at us in the inbox, 780-218-9999. And, of course, if you're watching on YouTube, get at us in the nasty chat. Our march to 10,000 subscribers continues. I know Dusty, Lieutenant Eric, yourself on the morning show have been politely asking those who do not already subscribe to do so. Apparently, Dusty threw out this stat. Now we can track stats very, very accurately compared to back in the day. It's like only 35% of the viewers on YouTube are subscribed, so most just kind of see it, hop on, which we appreciate, obviously. But we wanted, it's just, and the rationale for the push is just, I think it's kind of like, hey, look what we did in year one, right? It's not really, there's no real incentive outside of saying we're at 10,000 subscribers. I feel like.
Well, even, people dabble in YouTube, but I wonder how deep the rabbit hole goes with a lot of people. They see a subscribe button and all of a sudden they just, do I want extra emails or this or that? Right. But there's no extra charge, right? There's nothing there for it. And if you want, you can
on YouTube. I'm like, I don't want this.
Yeah. I was like, I subscribe to too many things as it is, right? So, but I mean, if you are even the casual listener, Tommy, because we'll have tons of things moving forward. Maybe some breaking news updates that we go live for right away. Things like that. The subscribe and notifications is always nice. The times when the shows start. So
I like how it shows
do yourself
up at
a
the
favor.
top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very convenient.
Yeah. It's exactly. So subscribe.
Yeah, please, and thank you. We appreciate that very, very much. And speaking of which, starting next week, the Reed Wilkins Show gets going 3 to 6 with Jay Milne. The boys are in here right now. They had a test run yesterday. By all accounts, everybody's very encouraged and excited about that show. And then also, EST Afternoons. That was the cherry on top for me a few weeks ago when Dusty revealed it to me at Commonwealth Stadium in the press box with the Latino Heat present to say he was coming back. He's coming home. And that's going to be EST Afternoons with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage. And Gage, I mean, you're obviously a huge part of the family already, but now it's like more entrenched because...
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and which is when Dusty showed me, he actually showed me on the air during the oil stream. He's like, this is Hernan's co-host. And it was just your headshot. And I was like, what? So we've got a huge, oh, look at this. You don't want to say hello? It's Reed Wilkins. Look at it. Come back.
Ah, Reed.
There he is. Zach DeComb's going to, look, Reed's right here. Hello, Reed. He brought me a JBC.
I can't, if Gage is saying anything, I can't hear. I didn't bring my earbuds. So I was just delivering you food.
He's delivering me food.
That's why I was hired, everybody.
He's our new food delivery guy. What's going on? What are you and Milne cooking right now?
Well, we're doing some rehearsal shows this week, which is pretty exciting. We did one yesterday. We're not doing a full 3 hours. We're just doing some things to get everything going, keep our rapport going. And for me, especially, you got to just kind of learn the ins and outs of a new studio and how Zach wants things done for when I'm throwing to clips or throwing to a break or whatever. We got to get used to each other, but it's been great. You guys have been awesome. I love being here. And I especially am excited to work with Joaquin Gage. And I can't hear what he's saying back to me. Because again,
just beaming
no
with
earbuds.
excitement and joy right there.
This is crap.
Enjoy your...
This is crap, he says.
Enjoy your...
Wait,
What did I get you? I don't even know. Okay,
Thank
enjoy.
you. Put it on my tab.
See you, Reed.
Bye, Reed Rick.
Bye,
There you
Reed.
go. There's Reed Wilkins. The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne kicking off next week, right after Labor Day. And then, of course, prior to the Reed Wilkins Show, the lead-in and a huge part of the afternoon will be EST Afternoons with Joaquin Gage and Hernan Salas. So this is a slate, baby.
How great is it, Tommy, to get because I mean most of the Reed Wilkins fans, which there are a vast number,
Yes, for good reason.
To have him a little bit earlier too, right? Like his show was usually a little bit after, obviously doing tons of work pre and post with games, and did great work with our buddies Rob Brown and Bob Stauffer, but have Reed a little bit earlier in the day. And then, of course, there'll be certain days where I'm sure they'll just go right into the Oilers pregame show. So
That's right.
Pretty cool that we're busy guys.
Yep.
But busy's good. Busy's better
good,
than idle hands.
A great sign, too. Jasmine also joining as a co-host on the Hangout. Jasmine was in here earlier today. We're getting those promo picks ready to go. So very exciting. And we'll get to the meat of this show, which is hockey, obviously. But hey, Gage, we gotta promote the upcoming shows. Those that have maybe been away during the summer and are just starting to find their way back to us. Hello again, and yes, huge news. So EST Afternoons 1 to 3 with Hernan Salas and Joaquin Gage, and then that'll lead into the Reed Wilkins Show with Jane Milne, and that gets going next Tuesday following the Labor Day Classic. All right. Text us 780-218-9999, and of course, get at us in the nasty chat. Lots of people saying, hey, surprise guest, Reed. Hell yeah, Loomis. Yes. Brett B says, hi, Reed. So Kirk says, good for you guys, just learning how to work with each other to give us the best show. We all get along really well, too. Gager. That's another part of this.
Except me and Cass. That's the only
strong detest and dislike for one another, right? Yeah, absolutely.
Like Guinness and Harp, just we mix, but one's definitely above the other.
Yeah. Which one's which?
Figure it out.
Okay. I like both of those beers, especially on a patio on a hot day, obviously.
On a hot day, the best of both worlds.
Yeah. All right. So we are getting close to players returning to town. I'm sure it's going to be captain skates. I don't get the sense people are overly eager. I'm talking about like people in the hockey community around here from the Oilers side of things to get at those captain skates after the prolonged season that we just witnessed and covered. Gager, what was your routine at this time of year during your playing days?
Oh gosh, yeah. So you would, in my case, Tommy, being a bubble boy, you really didn't want to leave any chance to not make an impression physical wise. Mm-hmm. So making sure that, if it got down to me and another person, they would want the tiebreaker, if there was one, looking at how much work they put in the summer. I was going to make sure that hopefully I put myself in a position to be on closer to the top in the physicality department, like getting good VO2 scores. Your win gate was good. Your body fat percentage wasn't it what it is now. Things like that, just to eliminate those things. That's where my mindset was, and just really trying to crush workouts. It was always a little bit different for me because I felt like, you're as a goalie, it's. I know it's getting your car in the right window, right? You want to get your game to an impressionable point. I always envied the more established hockey players that could come in and kind of work their way through camp and get their game ready for almost the regular season. Not that they took the summer off, but really could use camp to their advantage. I was never in a position to do that at the NHL level. Mm-hmm. I had to make sure that I made a great first impression from the moment my blades hit the ice, right? So for me, though, if I'm looking at the Oilers, do you really want captain skates, Tommy? I think these guys, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, I see maybe, like I said this last year, I think I thought it would be a good idea to have some guys come in. You run, I don't know, the Perry Pern 3-on-3 camp. Yes. I liked participating in that because he ran like a 40 to 50 minute practice, right? Up tempo, quick, boom, boom, boom. And then after get a sheet, get the ice cleaners out, get a fresh sheet, and then some 3-on-3, just some fun back and forth, ribbon each other, score some goals, make some saves, and get off the ice and go do a workout, right? Stuff like that. I could see maybe a few days of that, and then just, maybe taking the core nucleus of guys. There's a couple new guys on the team. Mm-hmm. Take the families, go get some places at the Banff Springs Hotel, go have some nature walks, maybe a jog. But I mean, just the team, like not even coaching staff, just the guys and the families and things like that. Go for a few dinners, get all that, come back into Edmonton, get ready and hit camp that way. That's what I think. I'd have it maybe a week before, 3 days on, you're going somewhere else for 3 days close, come back and just have that. Already build up that team morale. What was the word we were using the other day? Someone was the vibes, just to get the vibes going, right? And I think that's what they should do.
With the shorter off-season, Gager, obviously, and then a lot of players returning from last year's team, do you think it's almost just like a quick, we're back and it's not easy or not hard to pick up where we left off? Because that's the sense I'm kind of getting right now. It feels like it hasn't really been that long.
No, it hasn't. I'm curious, and I'm sure you'll be down watching some skates here and there, Tommy. I'd be curious to see how camp actually transpires. Obviously, rookie camp's a little bit different. Like the young guys will come in first, but I would love to see how Coach K starts developing his systems, right? He's had a summer to kind of review, sees new personnel coming into towns, all those types of things. Almost like, you have a few hard days, get